One of Belgium's most famous events, the 24-hour Ypres Rally, expanded to a 3-day event this year in an attempt to garner it a World Championship position in the 1998 Championship. Starting leg one at car number one of Belgium's World Rally Championship heroes, Bruno Thierry, the brand new Subaru Impreza 555 in wheel-to-field colours. First time out, first time he's ever driven a Subaru, and in fact he'd only had 3 days of testing in the car before the event. Immediately driver, co-driver and machine seemed to gel perfectly in one of the top flight WRC versions of Subaru's customer car.
Allez, on se concentre, ça va être fini. Et gauche 25 plus sur droite 20.
Another of Belgium's World Rally Championship drivers, and the reason that the country is so desperate to have an event, Freddie Loire started in second in his Toyota, and another local hero, Patrick Sniers, started third in his WRC version of the Ford Escort, run by the British engineering concern RED. In a host of top-flight entries, Andrea Ghini from Italy started fourth, another Toyota Celica GT4, and probably one of the last times the car will be seen in top-flight competition. The new Corolla should come on strong soon. Grégoire de Mervius of Belgium, another World Rally Championship regular, in his Ford Escort started 5. And another Toyota, this time Henrik Lundgaard of Denmark, in 6th starting position. It may be pretty much defunct everywhere else, but Mazda's 323 GTR lives on in Belgium. Gabi Gudezun, one of the Belgian Championship regulars in this machine, bringing it out on a top-flight European event. But trouble for another Belgian, Mark Timmers, his Peugeot 306 Maxi kit car, which he's struggled with all season, having a major shunt on the first stage. Leading Formula 2 then, Bernard Munster, regular driver of his Renault Maxi Megane on Belgian events, and really getting to grips with a front-wheel drive racer this season. Kurt Hectors starting 21, the leading hope for Belgium in his Lancer Evolution in Group N, but Christian van Wonsel, another championship regular now fully adapted to his Lancer, looks like giving him a hard time. So into the early going then, and Bruno Thierry and Stéphane Prouveau really gelling with this Subaru Impreza. And the works claiming there are no special tweaks on it, it is a genuine customer car. Andrea Ghini and Loris Rogier very quick indeed in their Toyota, catching teammates Freddie Loire and Sven Smits by surprise. They're still trying to get over the disappointment of a torrid Acropolis rally. Danes Henrik Lundgaard and Fred Pedersen going extremely well in their Toyota as well, and Toyota, with the exception of Subaru, dominating proceedings here because the World Rally Championship Ford Escort's not really on the case. Even Patrick Sniers, a 4-times winner of Ypres, unable to challenge the Group A cars on a regular basis. The same story for Grégoire de Mervius, the multiple World Group N champion, now a full-fledged Escort WRC driver, but struggling. But they're all ahead of the two-wheel drive Maxi Megane, Bernard Munster. Attacking hard, but two-wheel drive will be a big problem for him in the mixed conditions. Christian van Wonsel very quick out of the blocks indeed, leading Group N. And the European summer continues, striking Belgium. Thierry on slicks in a rain shower. And for Bruno Thierry, a number of poor tyre choices in the mixed conditions of the first and second days hamstring his efforts, but he won't give up. And when things are going well, they go extremely well for Thierry. So leg 2, day 2, and Bruno Thierry, the overnight leader, opens up with some cracking times on the early stages. Andrea Ghini of Italy was third on day 1 behind Toyota's Henrik Lundgaard, so Toyota's 2 and 3. Grégoire de Mervius, 6th, was the best Ford Escort at the end of the first leg of this event. Freddie Loire, 1 place ahead of him, but determined to fight back on the second day. Patrick Sniers was Loire's first victim of the day, dropping him down to 5th after an overnight 4th place. And here's another of the customer Ypres 555s, that's Belgian Michael Mays. Kurt Hectors in 21, fighting to undo the damage of day one and close on the Group N leader Van Vonsel. Mistakes like that don't help anybody's concentration. Patrick Sniers still best of the Fords despite appalling luck with his tyre choices, never seeming to be on the right rubber. And Gianluigi Galla of Italy, in another of the Escort WRC machines on the wet pavé on slicks, finding that grip even in the four-wheel drive supercar really is at a premium. Freddy Loire on the attack, and as the rally goes down to Wallonia, the French-speaking part of southern Belgium on day two, the crowd's coming out in great numbers to support him. Andrea Aghini closes to within 21 seconds of him at the end of the first leg. And Bruno Thierry down to 3rd place now. Grégoire de Mervius dropping behind Patrick Sniers after a steering problem in 6th overall. But Sniers is not impressed with this 3-day event. He's won the 24-hour version and clearly likes that better. Bernard Munster miles ahead in Formula 2, all on his own in 7th. Henrik Lundgaard looking very comfortable indeed. The 3rd Toyota in the top 4. He is in 4th place. Freddy Loire making poor suspension choices on day 2, running the car too soft, still somehow holding on to his lead. Sniers struggling again on the tyres. But for Andrea Aghini, things going very well indeed. The Italian in 2nd place and backing up his teammate. For Bruno Thierry, a disappointing day. He'd hoped to grab the lead, but he just couldn't get close enough to Freddy Loire to do it. De Mervius has had some good World Rally Championship outings this season, and despite the lack of pace in the Escorts, he's going well here too. And as usual in Belgium, the Mitsubishi is controlling Group N. Van Vonsel leads in car number 26. And here's yet another one of those Subaru Imprezas. 15 is Frank Brocart, the Belgian 14th overall. Kurt Hectors, 2nd in Group N, but 57 seconds behind Van Vonsel, the class leader. Straight again, number 11, the 306 Maxi kit car. Mark Timmers, though, 19th after that off on day 1. Another Mazda, this is Frank Monsieur, 15th overall and on the wrong tyres here in the biggest way possible. Freddy de Keersgeiter getting it all wrong in the Toyota and recovering nicely. Meanwhile, Freddy Loire and Toyota holding on to the lead despite a spin in the rain on slicks. So the start of leg 3, Loire 22 seconds ahead with just 4 stages to run. But again, the rain intervenes in proceedings and Thierry, driving like a man inspired, takes 7 seconds and then 10 seconds from Loire on the first 2 stages. Loire now concentrating on trying to avoid trouble and hold on to that first place. Henrik Lundgaard charging hard, trying to make it to Toyota 1, 2, 3. Aghini, 2nd after leg 2, could win this one if Loire and Thierry make mistakes. Mervius slips all the way down to 6th after leg 2, unable to match the Group A cars. And 3 stages with damaged steering on the Mike Little prepared Escort really hamstrung his second day efforts. As for Bernard Munster, no problems with the car other than the fact that only 2 of the wheels are driven, and in the very mixed conditions he was a long way behind the leaders. Comfortably ahead in Formula 2, but 7 minutes behind the nearest car. Pierre Dumoulin in his Escort, like Munster, a Belgian Championship regular. And lots of support coming from the locals for all their heroes, particularly for Thierry as he piled on the pressure, making this a fight to the finish. And just look at the size of the crowds here in this appalling weather.
Gauche 25 moins. 50. Gauche 20 bref, droite 20. Sur droite 30 plus, long gauche 30 plus, garde. Long droite à fond. 50. Droite 25 plus tard. Gauche 25 garde, droite 25 garde.
Well, for Thierry, his persistence very nearly paid off as Freddie Loire dropped more time with a spin on the penultimate stage. Only 5 seconds separated the 2 cars as they went into the final test of the event. Would it be Toyota and Loire, or would it be Subaru and Thierry? Well, for Loire, the pressure was really on. This one was here for the winning. He had to be cautious and quick on the final test. Aghini, nearly 45 seconds behind, was losing touch with the lead battle, seemingly having settled for 3rd place. A further 20 seconds back down the road, Henrik Lundgaard, and he in 4th place seemed to have settled for his position as well. After those 3 stages with damaged steering on the second leg, De Mervius just couldn't get back into contention. And as for Sniers, he was damned with his tyre choices. Wrong when he gambled, wrong when he tried to play safe. A wretched event for the 4 times former winner of the Ypres Rally. But for Group N leader Van Woensel, no problems at all. He kept his near 1-minute lead all the way through the final day. Kurt Hector never really recovered from his time lost on day 1, as quick as Van Woensel on the 2nd and the 3rd legs, but there was a minute between them at the finish. Well, what sort of a Belgian rally would it be without a Citroën Saxo? This is Pascal Gabin's kit car version, 14th overall and 2nd in Formula 2. What a meaty machine. Just as the Walloons had been out in strength on day 2, the Flemish were out on day 3, cheering on Loire on the final stages on his way to victory. Thierry just wouldn't give in. He was only 7 seconds behind as they came out of the final stage. It really could have gone either way. Third place for Andrea Aghini, 2 Toyota drivers on the podium. And adding to Toyota's joy, Lundgaard brought his car home in 4th. Bernard Munster dominated Formula 2 for Renault, a well-deserved result. Well, the layout may have been criticised, but there was no doubting the action. Loire winning by 7 seconds from Thierry, Aghini in 3rd.